to the first ever Engage Me Finale! It's such an honor to be with all of you guys today. My name is Janice and I'll be your MC for today. Hello everyone.
Oh, using all 4. I will just put it at 8. I think it's focused.
We have our guest of honor, Makeny. Welcome. Professor Makeny with us, SADeaf, SAVH. Well, shall we all welcome them? Wow. You know, when I was told that I was going to be an MC, I was absolutely pumped. But then I started thinking about how my journey in STATSmas has been. You know, who would have thought that my friend would get proposed to in class, or that my roommates and I would have showed up to class to school on a random Sunday evening. You guys should have seen what we made the guys do for our group exhibition audition. We made the guys wear such long dresses, scarves, a swimming cap. It was absolutely hilarious. But before I knew it, it was time for finale auditions. So the real question is here. Do you guys want to see my audition clip? Yeah! I can hear you guys! Yeah! Alright, let's play it. Hi Miss Ching, my name is Janice and today I'll be auditioning for the following roles. And of course, don't forget the controls. We're just kidding, now for real. Well, I guess time's up. Wow, I'm actually still quite embarrassed by that, but I'm sure you guys all had a great laughter. But wait, there's more. There was a round 2 audition for me. Do you guys want to hear that? Yeah! I can't hear you! Yeah! Alright, let's play it. Emcee? Emcee? Did someone say Emcee? You can trust me to speak loud and clear, even if I'm running. Taekwondo while speaking? I can do that. Yeah, dress up. Go. I can speak. I can multitask while speaking. I can fish. A duck. So Miss Ching, will you engage me? No, I can't believe you guys just saw that, but did you guys enjoy that? When Miss Ching first unveiled the Engage Me project, you know, I was so excited to be a part of it. In her words, it's absolutely bussin'. Sorry. Wow. You know, the cause was extremely close to my heart. Like, my grandmother was actually diagnosed with glaucoma, and towards the end of her life, she actually lost almost 100% of her sight. So this project was such a good way for me to find out how society can better care for her and spread a lot more care, love, and empathy to those like her. So I'm so glad to be part of this project, and look at all the amazing projects all of you guys have done. So can we all put, like, just clap for yourselves, give us a round of applause. Look at how wonderful and creative all of you guys have been. Wow. But on a more light-hearted note, I mean, Miss Ching has truly been such an inspiration for all of us. I mean, She never fails to surprise all of us. Who would have thought that she would have called out the M&M outlets all across the world to figure out the exact proportions of each color in a packet? Or that she would have called subways around Singapore to find that 36-inch breakfast for us? I mean, she's truly amazing, guys, isn't it? Come on, let's put our hands together and clap for her. The mission has also been so encouraging. I still remember how, this is a little embarrassing, but for my midterms exam, one question I actually wrote down, "I'm sorry, Miss Ching, I'm absolutely confused." And she still gave me 1 mark. Thank you, Miss Ching, for that. Well, so when I say Miss, you guys say Ching, okay? Miss? 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 That's right, without further ado, may we please invite our Chief Sitting Engager, Miss Rosie Ching, on stage!
Good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful to see you and hear you again. Welcome to our guests, to Mayor Denise Phua, to Provost Chan, and to Ernest Pigeon from SADeaf, and Kiara, of course, and to Mr. Low from SAVH, and of course Stephanie, and the Director of CT, or Associate Provost, Makeny. How have you been? Good! Now, you see the Chief Sitting Bull in front of you, because a lot of you may not have heard of him. But growing up, I was exposed to plenty of wild west westerns, and we always heard about Chief Sitting Bull. And look at what he said. Let's put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children. Across my project, it began with Waterloo. I became known as the Chief Sitting Plumber, after which I became the Chief Sitting Rememberer for the Dementia Project, after which I became the Chief Sitting Saver for the Saving Project, and Chief Sitting Engager now. Now I'm Chief Sitting Engager, and we're all, what? See, all this time I'm saying, what's my Monday morning class? Where are you? Monday afternoon. Tuesday morning. And my Tuesday afternoon. The softest, quietest, calmest class I've ever had. Now, you see this screenshot. And we have finally come to the 17th of November, the day we've all been working towards. The only thing left is the final exam, although... Now, for the benefit of our guests, these are the newspaper articles I've swarmed you with. You've seen all of them. You've seen them in the dossier about people with disabilities in Singapore. How do we help them? How do we help them support themselves? Task force for helping them to find jobs with job support, ways to better support them into adulthood, the post-18 cliff. And are we creating a culture where we are faking it? Are we faking it? Are we? No. Well, that begs a lot of reflection. Breaking the silence on hearing loss and the silence threat, because it's insidious, the loss of vision, the loss of hearing. So these are pretty recent articles. And here we are. After having collected all of these, and you know they are real, physical, hard copy newspapers worthy of my generation, so I keep them, I scan them, and I then put them in. Engage Me was born as a result. And this is an original statistical study with all of you and me. I began it with SAVH and SADeaf. Off we flew to the whole of Singapore. And these were all the questions in the survey. Was it long? Yes. It's excessively long, yes? Yes. X, SMUX, that X, so X for that. Extra special, of course, because it has a social purpose. Now, what did we do? We studied the respondents' demographics. We went into the awareness for people with disabilities, their connection to disability, workplace perceptions, their own perceptions, the perceptions of the general public towards them in terms of job treatment, social inclusion, work inclusion, leadership, comfort, and finally the support they have in Singapore and any future support that they could have. hiring willingness of the people. Then came 4th October, when all these were given you. The questions that you had to tackle as groups. Was it necessary? Yes?
Yes.
Now, you all did this, and accompanying was this, the data. Yes. So you identify with this completely. But you must be proud of yourselves because you're only year 1 students. Now, this is the conversation behind me. Can you see it? Can you read it? This is between Cheryl Yeo and me. Miss Cheryl Yeo is from SAVH. I met her when we were at Guide Dog Singapore when I did the original line study. She texted me saying, how are you? I said, it's mayhem. And then she said, can you record a video? Because she's overseas now in Korea, enjoying herself. And I said, I'm stretched in new directions. And then I said, I'll remind you on Sunday. She said, okay. Then came this. She asked if she needed to use Dancing Queen as background music. And I was shocked when I said no. I thought she was joking, so I said, you can use the ATT song. And she actually said, can. She sent me a video. Would you like to see it?
Yes!
How much would you like to see it?
Yes!
Prove it. Me at a half-term powwow.
Hey STAT students, thank you so much for your contributions this year. Us at SAVH, we really appreciate it. To show our appreciation, here is a dance for you.
They are, aren't they?
Yes!
I did this, but to my surprise, I found myself doing this during semester. What's it all about? Yeah. I have said a lot to you. We have finished all our lessons. Today marks week 14. By right, I should do my Monday afternoon class. Monday afternoon when? So we're together at this point in time on Monday afternoon. Now, is it important for you to have a connection between what you study in class and what goes on outside? Yes or no?
Yes!
Why is it important? Tell me why. Yes, it is a heartache for many out there. You are the privileged ones. The privileged ones to step into class. I'm privileged to teach you as well. Just so remember, use what you learn for the good of others. Now you see this, I did tell you at one point for the Finalé makeup class that I had to come back to SNU after spending a whole day in hospital. Did I say that? Yes?
Yes.
I did. I spent the whole day in hospital because I needed to have something checked. Now, I had my result, but this was in May before I met you all, as I told you in the last lesson. To highlight certain things, let's put to bed once and for all the ultimate question. Because I have many people asking me, Ms. Ching, how old are you? So shall we see how old I am?
Yes!
Well, this is how old I am. The graphs. All of you have studied regression, yes? Have you studied confidence intervals? And there's one little alphabet that you all know. What is it? What is it? It's the P. Is the P high or the P low?
No!
What? Compared to what? Exactly. What is it compared to? 0.000. High or low? High or low? It means it's significant, is it not? Look at the confidence interval. See if I make it bigger. They are all in the negative range. So this is what I had in May before meeting you you all a few months later. And this is why I spent the whole day in hospital. So now everyone, just remember, we're all human. We all have to die someday. Our senses may fade away someday before we know it. Now if the day comes when I cannot see you anymore, just remember, I will remember you. And thank you for everything that you have done. Now it's my great honor to invite Mayor Denise Phua, a wonderful woman, champion for the people with disabilities, out on stage. Welcome her.
Very happy to follow. At least they asked me to dance. I am really thankful to our Chief Sitting Engager. That's your new title, huh? Okay, that's it, me. And Professor Rosie Ching, who is also the Principal Lecturer of Statistics School of Economics, SMU. And of course, the VIP here, your boss, right? SMU Provost, Mr. Alan Chan. SMU Associate Provost, Professor Makeny. And my friends from Association for SAVH, Visually Handicapped, and also SADeaf. Thank you for serving where you serve, and that's really important. And to all the engagers, and I think performers too, really looking forward. This is not the first time I'm here for this program. I think it was in 2021. Okay, I was asked by Prof also to support Project Engage Me at that time. This was your study on public transport challenges for those that are faced by the visually impaired. And I attended as well this finale, and I had a culture shock. I thought we had a musical, it was really, really well done, so I really look forward to today as well. And I also remember later on, are they still here, your students? No, different year, they graduated already. Prof, together with some of your students, came over to my Autism Resource Center where I serve as a volunteer. I'm the chair of the Autism Resource Center, and we ran social enterprises. And they were eating at Professor Brown Cafe. It's no more there though, because we have decided to pivot it to school models. And so if you have heard of Professor Brown Cafe, how many of you have heard of them? It's a social enterprise, thank you. And they're now over at the schools, and it's accessible to public as well. At Ang-Mo-Kio Pathline, at Tampines Pathline. Okay, and so please support it. And I think that was this project, of course, is a bit different. I think it covers our deaf friends as well. We call it, so there's some terminology that those of us in the disability sector some are fussy about. Okay, I think so it's a matter of terms, so it doesn't matter as long as you ask people what do you like to be called, okay, and they can respect that. Some people like to be called special needs, especially parents, it's just special needs. Some people say, I'm disabled, call me disabled. Some people say, I'm neurodiverse. Some people say, I'm not, why do you call me hearing impaired? You know, I'm deaf and deaf and hard of hearing, so that's the term. Visually handicapped, but no problem. So far, what's your visually? Visually impaired is okay. Alright, so you haven't changed much, okay? So these are just some terms. So I'm going to use this interchangeably, but just to let you know that there are people who are sensitive about that. And so I just want to thank Prof. Chu for your continued outstanding leadership. I hope that I have a chance to attend your class as well, but maybe they didn't let me retire this round, so maybe after I retire. I can't carry your best, okay? Thank you for your outstanding leadership. I think Provost, when you came here, he said that your reputation precedes you, and I think it's a compliment. Okay, when I first met her, she was this. You sounded quite introverted, quiet, you know, a little bit nerdy and stuff. But when you perform, I had a shock. But really, all these years of your friendship and seeing what you do with such sincerity and heart, that really touches me. And so, thank you for engaging everybody and getting so many young people to know about our sector as well. And that's where, please give a round of applause. Today is really interesting because employment has been really a topic that is high on the agenda of this government, disability organization, and of course the community itself. I think under the what do you call it? Enabling master plan, the target is to have a 40% of people who are in the working age, who are disabled, to start working. And I think that will be in 2030 if I'm not wrong. Okay? The numbers today are 37%. But at the same time, I'm concerned too. Numbers mean something. Of course, later we'll share about your findings and so forth. But it's not just for the deaf or the hard of hearing or the visually impaired, for everybody else as well. I think one of the key concerns is also that technology is moving at such a fast pace. So the shelf life of product, shelf life of knowledge is very short, and it's really, affecting a lot about what we teach in class and what, in school. And also it really impacts people who already are holding jobs. So it's not just the fact that people are placed in jobs, but how long they can retain those jobs, how relevant their skills can be, and how after formal schooling, we have the famous, notorious cliff effect, because we need to ensure that there's continued learning and support as well. So there are many issues surrounding employment. And I'm glad you did the perception issue, that's important. And there's quite a lot of work to be done at two levels. One is really upstream. Upstream where we must ensure that the skills that are developed, the skills that are trained, that are equipped for all our younger ones, when they get out of school, they're all relevant. So that's one, upstream, the skill relevance. The second is really when, they're out to, when our folks are out to look for work, that the perceptions and some of the mindsets that is mentioned in the report, and perceptions and perhaps bias as well, are also reduced and removed so that they can get into the interview, they can get on to work, be hired, also be developed, and even be promoted when they deserve it. So there are two barriers actually. One at the, I would say, skills level to ensure that that's done. The second is really societal barrier, and that's, I think, what this project is all about. Okay, and I don't I don't want to belabor the points. I'm really looking forward to all the results as well. I just want to say work is important. I think for some people, work is about money, but it's not just about money. When I remember when I started, my husband started Professor Braun, it was for students from the school that I helped found, Perfect School, who were graduates who were not able to continue to work, or continue to go for further studies. So we wanted to get jobs for them. And the fact that they had jobs, even in part-time, it means a lot to them. It's dignity, it's part of life. They get to come out to take the public transport, they get to eat with their schoolmates, their colleagues, they get to take the transport, they can work, they can interact with customers. So work is not just about money per se. That's important. Financial freedom, financial independence is important for all of us. But what's really important is also about the identity and what other benefits that work comes with. So that's really important. So work is important, but also to ensure that our folks get really continue to be relevant, especially in this time and age, and also continue to be valued and be able to also reduce some of the barriers. The fact that we are able to reduce some of the barriers after today, I hope, is also important. So I hope that what you do is just the beginning of what, the exciting moments that you have with study. It's not just a term project or term course for you. I hope that while you identify all the perception levels, the issues and the barriers, I hope that some of you will also stay back in this sector to help us be part of the solution as well. There are lots and lots of needs in this sector, and lots of graduates each year as well, and lots of adults. While the government has done a lot, especially for the younger ones from age, say, 3 to 18 or 21. But they say we have a very long life. Average age is 85. So from 19 or 22 up to 85 is a long life. There's a lot of things to be done. I was just at a meeting at Istana, and the president and I were talking about this gap as well. And we're very worried, but also very excited about the opportunity. But we also shared that government can do a lot, but not enough. Community, folks like you, disability organizations, other volunteers, you can all do a part. And I really want to encourage that hopefully that this project will keep your interest in this sector. If you want to serve, come and look for us. You can look for Rosie, you can look for me, and look for the other disability organizations. There's lots and lots of work to be done. So I thank you for doing this, and I really look forward to hearing all the findings. I read a bit about it, and I look forward to developing even more solutions with you, so that people with special needs, with disabilities, or who are neurodiverse, or differently able, whatever they like to be called, they can be part of society. And as many as possible, as many of them as possible, will not be left behind, especially in this very fast, very modern world. I saw what Janice has done, Janice, the Emcee, yeah. And I look at it and say, wow, you know, it excites me a lot, and it pains me a little bit, because I know many of our young people don't have a chance to do this. And it's just so advanced and so interesting and so in the space, you know. And I really wish that more of our young people can do this. And that's a lot of our special needs folks, you know. I hope that you'll be part of it. You come and join. I come from the Central CBC as well. I'm one of the mayors in Singapore, Central Singapore District. We started from scratch, the purple parade. Thank you for wearing purple. So yellow is your color, purple is ours. I wear it because, not that, I don't iron it. Okay. Sorry, yeah. So, you know, join us for the purple parade. It's been 10 over years now. It's a Suntec City very near. Every year in October, we just finished one big one. Okay, it's the largest ground-up movement for the disabled. Just to show the world, like Ping Dong, like what do you call black magic or whatever, you know? There's a community to be reckoned with. So if you don't want to carry on doing projects like this, you can also join us for awareness projects like that. And there's also the Purple Symphony that we've also started from scratch in my CBC. It's the orchestra, more than 100 strong. And 60% of them have special needs. You know some of them. Have you seen them before? Perform? Yeah. So the Purple Symphony is also, they perform quite regularly, and I would please extend an invitation to Provost. Yeah. And when they perform, they are going to perform this internal news, perform for Malaysian royalty now this December. And Tamil Bro this week is here. Don't say first, huh? Okay, keep the news, huh? Okay, yeah. And we're so proud of it. So these are some things, exciting things that's happening in Singapore. So lots and lots of it. If you want to know, let us know. There are quite a number of us who are very committed to this cause, the disability cause. And many of you who may have friends or are very interested in this field, let us know as well. We're happy to do that. But thank you for doing this, and thank you so much, Prof, year after year doing this, and really, God bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, for gracing us with your presence today and for these kind words of wisdom. Now we have actually prepared a surprise video for Ms. Ching to express all our thanks and gratitude for guiding us through our journey in STATX.
Hi, Ms. Ching.
Thank you for making this semester so fun and interactive.
You made learning STATS so unique and enjoyable, and it has been an unforgettable experience.
We appreciate the hard work you have put in when teaching us and all the late nights you have spent preparing all the resources for us.
Thank you for all the memories and the love that you have shown us this past semester. It has been a stellar and rewarding experience that we will treasure. Thank you, Ms. Ching.
Thank you, Ms. Ching.
Thank you for blessing us with your food, the snacks, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for making statistics fun as well. And yeah, our group was just very grateful for you.
We might not understand everything, but we will always happy in our heads. So thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Ching, for all the late nights that you have put into STATX and all the behind the scenes that you have given us, but we are unable to see.
And for sacrifices as well.
1, 2. Thank you, Ms. Ching.
Hello, Ms. Ching. Thank you so much for your passion, your energy, and you made it really fun for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your wisdom and your advice on a lot of different things. Thank you for all your effort in We wanted to say thank you so much for making Tuesdays the best day of our week.
I also want to add that your class seems to be the shortest somehow, unlike other classes which you just keep on dragging on.
Time flows by and we don't realize
it. There's so many games and so many stands. It was really fun, and we might not say or show it enough, but we have so much love and respect for you, and we're gonna miss you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the wonderful gifts, Ms. Ching. We will certainly miss you. Thank you.
Bye, Ms. Ching.
Part C. Confidence intervals of pi. We have seen the sampling distribution of PS in sampling distributions, where PS becomes normally distributed under the conditions of NPS bigger than 5 and N1 minus PS bigger than 5. Hence, 100 times 1 minus alpha percent CI for the true or unknown population proportion.
Why aren't you able to send me through until now? My sex test is later today. It's my physical test tomorrow.
Mimi, you ready to go or not? We have to go!
Oh, I cannot go now. I need to study a bit more for my sex test, okay?
But I have to guide you, remember? No, there's no point studying, just pack your stuff, otherwise you're going to be late for your exam.
I cannot. There's too much to pack. I tell you what, you go first, and we come back together after our test, okay?
You know how Ma and Pa feel about me not guiding you.
Oh, please. I'm really very stressed. Just go first, okay? And leave me alone!
You see what I have to deal with? Women now.
You cannot see I'm blind, is it? Why did you ring and ring? I may be blind, but not deaf, okay? So much space for you to cycle past. You blind or what?
Hey, sorry lah, I rushing there. Someone is not blind or not? I don't see you wearing your black glasses there. Right.
You're blind now. This side better.
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Hey, wait, look, let me get that for you. Sorry, my manners. I'm Jim, fellow SME student. Look, I'm sorry. I saw what happened and I should have seen that woman coming.
Is my game broken? Oh no, my mom's gonna kill me.
Well, would you be okay if you use me as your guide? I mean, hey, we're headed to SMU. We both got the same destination, right?
I've got a STATSmas test, and I really have to hustle. It's in 15 minutes time at SOE.
Oh, SOE. That's my turn. Well, you take my hand?
Actually, I take your elbow instead. That's how it works.
No? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Jim, for your kindness. I'm very grateful. Please leave me here. I can make my way to the test venue myself.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, SOE is just 5
Yes! I have to go. Oh, thank you anyway. Bye.
here for you. Don't cry.
Have you ever found yourself stuck in the middle of the sea?
I'll stay
Have you ever found yourself lost in the dark and you can't see?
I'll be find out what we are made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there.
I know when I need you, can I count on you like for me too?
I'll be here, 'cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah.
Have you ever tossed and turned and you just can't find your peace?
I'll be the calm in your storm.
Have you ever found yourself down and out in this crazy world?
I'll sing the song just for you. Find out what we are made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be
How can I know when I need you? Can I count on you like for me too?
I'll be here, 'cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. You sure? Hello and good afternoon everybody, how are you feeling today? Wait, why you were cheering so loudly just now? That ain't like actually quite sad. But anyways, I'm Patrick.
I'm Megan.
I'm Jing. I'm Finalé. And together we are the Movers. So do you guys want to hear a story? I don't want you all to answer yes, yeah. I want you all to answer like how we always answer in Miss Ching's class with a Can I get a
Alex, this is so fun! Ching is #1! Peter, you pretend I don't done! Tell my midterms were undone!
Wait, Megan, what do you mean? Did you do finish your midterms?
Patrick, the p-value, the probability question, I really don't know what. Die first, given, murdered, then double death. I really cannot
Is that why your test paper is blank, Megan?
Hey, you know what you show on the thing? It's so
Sorry,
interesting. Next. Okay, thank you. Everyone, that's exactly why I joined STATX. Because coming from poly, I was able to get exempted from a few modules. But finding out that I needed to take statistics, I knew I was cooked. Because of the f.w.e.n.s that I scored 3 years ago in year 1 of poly, how was I going to compete with all these JC and IB students for that A? But that's why I joined STATX and I managed to enjoy the process of learning statistics. With all the friends that I made through Miss Ching's not normal lessons. And at one point,
Normal distribution, statistics became a part of my life. Everything was normally distributed, even my friend's face. And that's why I'm so thankful to be part of a normal distribution club with my friends. So how about you, Tingda?
For myself, the past 13 weeks passed by in a blink of an eye. I still remember it felt like yesterday when I was standing on the table dropping buttered toast. You all relate to that? Yes! Moving on, I get to celebrate Pi Day and Children's Day with Miss Ching. And somehow my friend Glenn got proposed in class. Where's Glenn? And then we also tried Coke and tried to differentiate Coke and Pepsi. And lastly, just last Monday, my Monday afternoon class, where are you at? So we just downed like a 2 times 36-inch big sub by Miss Ching. So thank you, Miss Ching.
Okay, wait, Tingda. But don't forget about all the little snacks that Miss Ching has given us during lesson to make sure we don't go hungry. I don't know about you guys, but when I do anything math related, my stomach, my brain is so hungry. So thank you, Miss Ching.
Wait, where's Kyo? Is Kim here? Wait, what did you do so fun? Did you enjoy the subway? Yes! So what should you say to Miss Ching?
Thank you, Miss Ching!
Yeah, so thanks Miss Ching. I still remember the M&M's, the Oreos, the Lays chips.
Wait. Stop. We are not here to talk about food. We are not here to talk about food.
Let's get back on track. Why we're all seated here today? Because of Engage Me. I would like to give a big thank you to Miss Ching, SADeaf, and SAVH for making this project happen for us. Without you guys, without you all, we won't be able to learn so much about PWDs outside of this module. So over the past few weeks, our students went down on the streets, visited SADeaf, just to learn about how the struggles of PWDs in Singapore. So, moving on, are you all ready for the STATSy part of our sharing? Yes! Okay, but stay calm and don't panic.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's all these numbers, tables? What is this?
Tingda, p-value means a lot different. What's all this meaning?
I don't know. Megan, can you help me?
Okay, guys, chill. I'm here as the woman in STEM in this group. And I will numbers for you with a simple game. So, let's begin.
Oh, STATSmas!
Okay, so can we all guess what the sample size is? Can I have some numbers?
Edric, you try that, Edric.
Come, let me try.
Ayah, too short lah. Tingda, help me.
Nice, Edric.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no, it's coming. Come again.
Oh no.
6.
And then let's review the final number. It's 7,265.
Compared to what?
Hey, compared to everyone seated in this auditorium, is that large or small? That's correct. Now let's move on to find out the share of females and males in our respondents.
Wait, Megan.
Yeah.
Actually, let me guess this. Where I think there'll be more females, right? I mean, coming from personal experience on surveying the different respondents, girls are more open and receptive to doing the surveys, right?
Wait, I don't agree with that. Because if girls are more open, more receptive, why is Joanne not replying my text? Why am I still single?
I think it's just a you problem, man.
Okay, let's not fight. Let's just let the numbers speak for itself. So let's review the share of males. 50%, which means that males are also nearly 50%, right? Let's see. Oh, and that's true. Which means that there's an almost equal share of males and females. And that there's no significant majority. You all know how rare that is.
Compared to what?
Hey, Edric, you never prepare well for this audition, is it? Never go and see the past few projects.
Wishing I think should mark him down.
I got prepare. So based on past project, we always have a female dominant result. So we have more female respondents than male respondents. So in today's project, it's quite special that we have almost an equal distribution between males and females respondents.
Okay, let's move on.
So move on. Is there evidence that majority of those surveyed are Singaporean citizens? Yes, let's find out. So after completing the Z-test, we have gotten a p-value of 0.0000000000.
So is that low or high?
Compared to what?
Hey, compared to the level of significance, 0.05.
I think it's low.
Which means that we have
Sufficient evidence that most of our respondents are Singaporean citizens at 86.70%, followed by PR at 7.03%, and lastly our household friends at 6.26%. Let's give these guys a round of applause.
But of course, you can't forget that this is still Singapore. Regardless of race, language, religion, or nationality, we are all one big family here. Am I right?
Now let's get back on track to find out the proportion of respondents by race through race.
Megan, you're so funny.
Okay, so I need to know that. I'm here to entertain my okay?
Alright, on the race track, we have Chinese, Malay, Indian, Eurasian, and others. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready? On your mark, get set, go! Alright, we have Chinese and Malay, followed by Malay, Indian, Malay, followed by Chinese next, honey. Chinese win!
Oh, Chinese won! See what does this mean?
So, this means that majority proportion of our respondents are Chinese.
Oh, that's pretty close to the actual population proportion of 75%, which was followed by Malays and Indians, and then Eurasians and others that falls not too far behind.
Stats is amazing, isn't it?
Okay lor, whatever you say.
So moving on to region, let's find out where most of our respondents are from. So Megan, which is your favorite region?
Cause to me, it's East Side!
Going in there. Hey, my turn, Megan, stop it. Where my west? Wait, there's nothing in the west. Where my Yishun people at?
Wait, I don't want to know about east side, west side, front side, back side. All I want to know is, Madam Mayor, which side do you prefer? Every side. Every side? But aren't you mayor for Central?
Madam Mayor is a fair person.
Fair, okay. But according to our results, right, it shows that Madam Mayor's region got the most respondents at 27%. Let's give it up for Madam Mayor! Okay, and moving on. We then proceed to ask our respondents on the level of knowledge of our PWDs in Singapore, and being inquisitive statistical students, we did our statistical procedures, and of course, we conducted Turkey Claimer as well as ANOVA. And actually, wait, why is the education levels so low? It's below 5 for everything. Yeah, it shows that regardless of education level, most of our respondents regarded themselves as lesser than 50% in terms of knowledge. And with that, we actually ranked the top 3 according to their education level. So first off, we have, drum roll please, vocational! And in second place, we have postgrads! And finally, in third place, we have bachelor's degree, just like us! Let's hear it! Alright, and moving on, we didn't find the top reasons as to why they would rate themselves below 50%. And wait, how much do you rate yourself when you did this survey? Of course, 100 lah. How do people see I'm Anyways, moving on to the respondents, we actually managed to find out as to what their reasons are. So first off, we have no connection at 33.93%, followed by 15.13% for those with no outreach, and finally, they don't know anything at 11.51%. And personally, coming from my experience, secondary poly, I didn't really interact much with them, right? Like, I didn't have CSP like now. So, I mean, hey, those are you all smiling. I know you all also make fun of them, right? You also categorize all of them under one roof, right? Those smiling under one roof.
Don't lie. Shannon, where are you? I see you smiling, Where are you? I cannot find you. Shannon, you're smiling, Don't lie,
Those of you who made fun of PWDs before, say,
Miss Ching, there's so many liars today. I think you have to cancel their class participation and give to us 4.
Hey, those who not say, I know your true colors, you are lying. Just because you're sitting in this auditorium, right? Just acting on you, I don't like it. Alright. And enough about me, actually, what about yourself?
So personally, I used to work as a caregiver, and I used to help people with their PWDs, with their day-to-day needs. So I'll bring them out to buy kopi, help them to shower, get clothes. And honestly, after hearing their experiences and working together with them for so long, I rated myself 100% because I'm so smart about PWDs, there's nothing I don't know. So ask me any question.
100%. Okay. So do you think, according to line 3, do you think PWDs are more prone to health issues and thus a liability in the workforce?
Of course they are, right? They can't hear, they can't see, some of them can't even walk. Wait, I'm correct, right? No! So what's the correct one?
Actually, PWDs are actually not as prone to health issues, and hence they are not a liability in the workforce.
And also, according to our respondents, most of them believe that PWDs want to work.
Alright, and moving on. We managed to gather the general public's ratings of their technological skills compared to PWDs. And on this side, we have those people who work or volunteer with PWDs, and the other side, we have the graph with people with no connection whatsoever to PWDs.
Stop! You are all under arrest, okay? You are under arrest for plotting against the standard deviation. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can be used against you in Ching's court of class bar, okay?
Oh my god, it's the state police! Joanne, are you going to answer my messages now? Let's just answer this question. Answer the state police, guys.
So, is the grass left skewed or right skewed? Answer me now!
Is it left skewed?
Or is it right skewed?
The answer is, Jamu please. Left skewed. Alright, and with that, we actually gathered a general public think that they are better than PWDs in terms of technological skills.
And after our sharing, are all my must satisfied? Say Miss Ching, after our sharing, they're still so quiet. I really understand how you feel now in class. But anyways, statisticians and must out!
Their own statistics besties. Wow, it's kind of crazy how fast the sem has passed, right? I'm Kira.
I'm Brian.
I'm Crystal. I'm Trisha, and together we are f.w.e.n.s.
It's kind of crazy that the sem has passed so fast already, and you all are just sitting here watching us talk while you all use your phone. Wow, but can we think back to how this journey even started? Hey girl, I'm actually considering sex. I'm just so scared, right? The workload is crazy. Oh my gosh, it won't be that bad lah. It won't be that bad lah. It won't be that bad lah. Look at the number of times we crashed out during the semester. It's uncountable, bro.
So you jinxed her.
Come on, guys. Taking SADeaf was not about taking the easiest mod. It was about the friends you made along the way and being with a company that cares and a professor that cares even more.
Okay, I guess you're right. I mean, after the mini quiz, right, when Miss Ching emailed all of us 3 emails, I screenshotted it, I kept it, and then I thought about how sweet she was, you know, and that's when I started to fall in love. But that's a story for another time.
Yeah, I need to stop. Moving on. Who else remembers the emails? That's right! But then again, my emails to better emails.
Guys, let's focus on what we are really good for. Engage me.
Oh yeah!
I mean, I'm sure we all remember AHG, but we're still part of it, aren't we? But do you guys remember what we felt when AHG came out? Yeah. Was it fear?
Yeah. No!
Excitement?
Yes!
Engagement? Yes! That's right. And I think it's always nice to look back on the journey when you've walked it, right?
So yeah, it's crazy. So it's the first time that in the first few weeks of school, we went to so many different locations just to survey people. If you can see your picture up there, congratulations, you actually uploaded your pictures to the drive. Yeah. So after doing so much work, right, what are we going to do with this data?
Well, obviously, we have to analyze it using chi-square test.
Oh, I love that test.
Do you guys remember how we learned it in class? Using a bread and butter experiment. Kira, you're my bread and butter.
Oh,
So we're all friends here, right?
Some friends are more friends than others.
Okay. Well, that's enough reminiscence for now. Let's look at the data, right? Because data's why we're all here. I love data. Do you guys love data? Yeah! I'm not convinced. Do you guys love data? Yeah! Yeah, it's more convincing. So, we'll look at unfair treatment first. Unfair treatment in this case refers to feelings of unfair treatment experienced by PWDs because of their disabilities. And before we go any further, I think I speak for all of us when I say that this is absolutely ridiculous. This should not be happening. Right? Nobody should be discriminated against because of their disabilities or because they're differently able. It's not good at all. But what is the nature of this unfair treatment right now? Well, let's look at p-value first. 0.029. Is that high or low? 0.05. Low. And the P is low, the now will? The street if you're listening, you should be proud. Well, now that we know the now is low, and the P is low and now will low, we know that our results are significant. So there's a significant difference between the different groups of PWDs in their feelings of unfair treatment. So in this case, in the highest proportion, we have those with physical disabilities, 40.37% out of 100 experience unfair treatment because of disabilities, followed closely sued by those who are deaf at 40% and those who have visual impairments at 25%. You may think 25% is low, right? 50. Well, let's put it in perspective. 25% is 1 in every 4 people, and if I tell you 1 in every 4 people get A for stats, would you take stats? Yes! So actually it's pretty high, isn't it? 1 in 4 is still pretty high. That is something that should be worked on. But I'm a negative Nancy, so, you know.
Not really lah. Oh my gosh, she's giving out the class part. Can you let Crystal talk a bit?
Hello, Brian. Alright, now we'll be talking about workplace inclusion and public support. So, similar to what Brian just mentioned, the p-value for both categories are low, so the now will go. This means that there is significant evidence to show that there's a significant difference between the 3 different PWDs in their feelings towards workplace inclusion and public support. I think it's important to note that across all these 3 categories, those with physical disabilities actually have the highest percentage. So this could be actually due to their disabilities being more visible. So the public is able to better recognize the needs, leading to more workplace inclusion and public support, but also they're more prone to stereotypes and unfair treatment.
Alright, I guess I'll take over for these values. For these, represent all the things that there are no significant differences between the different types of PWDs. Here, this refers to, first of all, the social exclusion that they feel due to their disabilities. Second of all, the family avoidance that they feel due to their disabilities. Then the awkwardness that they have in social interactions, followed by leadership opportunities that they may or may not get due to their disabilities. All of which here, as you can see, the p-value, is it high or low? Guys, you can see the slide, bro. Is it high or low? So if the p is high, then now low? Okay, so in which I guess we can move on since there is not much of a significant difference between the different groups. After all this data, I'm getting kind of hungry.
No wonder Miss Ching always feeds us, because someone's always hungry. Anyway, Trisha, what was your favorite snack? I think it has to be the Lay's chips.
How about you?
Oh, I love M&M's. I'm a sugar lover.
Oh, I think you all know which is my favorite snack. Miss Ching!
Oh! And then went all out the lights. So, you know, let's move on before she does more. Back to data, right guys? We love data. We love data. Let's examine the differences between the perceptions of PWDs and the general public, because we just spoke about the difference between the groups of PWDs, right? So let's now compare that with that of the general public. But before we get started, we all love our favorite value. What is my value? Guys, you're a bit louder than that. What's my value? There we go, this is spending some time. The P values, all of them are less than 0.05, meaning all our results from here on for this segment are significant. So let's look at them.
Alright, so look at all these categories, guys. Unfair treatment, social exclusion, family avoidance, and awkwardness. Aren't all these bad? Yeah. Look at the percentage. It's high. So we don't want any of these, do we? No! Everyone in agreement say Alright. So, as you can see, the proportions between all these categories shows that the general public's proportion is actually higher than the PWDs, which could actually mean that what the general public thinks that PWDs feel is actually worse than in actuality. So this could actually be a representation of the gaps in understanding and could also reinforce stereotypes and also show, I guess, unnecessary pity and overcompensation.
That's an amazing insight, Crystal. Thank you.
Whoa! Hey, look at this slide. Looks like the best class color.
That's the energy. And look, I'm in pink. They kind of color codes as well. If we compare this to the previous slide, now we're looking at good things, right? Workplace inclusion, leadership opportunities, public support. These are all good things that we need more of, right? If you look at it, the percentages are much higher. That's a big win really, because the percentages of the good things are better than the percentages of the bad things. That's right. However, if you notice there is still this gap. Exactly as Crystal mentioned, this gap still propagates different misunderstandings and different gaps in perceptions and beliefs.
Okay, I guess I will sum it all up, you know?
Sounds good.
So far what we've observed is that at every single area there is a gap between the perceptions of PWDs and the general public. So let's rank them in ascending order. First of all, we have public support at a 4% difference, followed by workplace inclusion, and then awkwardness in social interactions, social exclusion, and leadership opportunities, followed by unfair treatments. Last of which is family avoidance, at a whopping 40%, which is a very big amount. This difference is like really insane. So I think it's very key to highlight that we really need to work in this area and all the other areas as well in order to bring it down to zero.
Yeah, definitely. Wait guys, all this talk about percentages and bar graphs,
makes me think about something that we did a while ago.
Oh yeah!
Remember how Miss Ching arranged us by height, and we realized that every class, the heights are normally distributed. Alright, now everyone in the audience get into the histogram. Alright, oh my gosh, excursions to SADeaf, I remember this. Actually, I found the experience quite fulfilling as it gave me quite a lot of insight into the daily struggles that PWDs go through. So, I learned that they actually feel feelings of isolation and stuff such as communication barriers actually really hinders their daily lives, and it's quite exhausting. So I think moving forward, we should move forward from these assumptions and actually try to learn about their experiences in order to close this disconnect.
That is really, again, insightful. Thank you for that. And now, let's look to the future, because, we're all moving towards the future, right? But before we get to the future, let's look at where we are now. So, we got to understand the current landscape before we kind of, go forward. But, whoa, what's all these numbers? Sorry. There we go. Let's first examine whether or not the average willingness of PWDs to support initiatives aimed at improving their own employability, that's a mouthful, whether or not it's significantly different from 0. In this case, our P is, whoa. Guys, is that low? Yeah. You don't even compare at this point, do you? Yeah, it's low. And in this case, it is significantly different from 0. By which direction? Well, I did the work for you. It's 7.09 out of 10. Now, 7.09 out of 10, that's 70%. That's a B grade. Are you guys satisfied with a B grade?
No!
Are you sure?
Yes!
Miss Ching, A+, please. So, this tells us that if we are not even satisfied with this as our grade, why should we be satisfied with this willingness for something that matters so much? Food for thought.
Alright, so now let's go through the perceived effectiveness of the current employment policies for PWDs. Over here, we can see that for both the general public and the PWDs, when mixed together, we can have a confidence interval of 2.8868 all the way to 2.9232, which is overall less than 3. And if 3 represents moderate, that means that as a whole, we believe that the perceived effectiveness of current employment policies is less than moderate.
So for Singapore's future potential to improve by 2030, we have a confidence interval of 2.39 to 2.44. What this means is, in general, Singapore has a common consensus that the policies are effective and will improve, but only slightly. And now I'll be talking about the willingness of the general public in hiring a PWD. So as you can see with this confidence interval, the lower limit lies at 5.98 and the upper limit lies at 6.27, which sits at about only a bit willing. And guys, can we all agree that this result is mediocre? Yeah. You want to say So I think we should really reflect on this, and moving forward, we should try to close this gap and, try to improve on this.
Crystal always giving all those good insights. And with that, the final lesson. The final lesson. Oh boy, this was a memorable one for most of us, especially those who remember me grabbing my sandwich and running to my big questions class.
I don't want to remember that.
But I think let's take a moment. We've gone through so much data, so it's time for a little bit more reminiscence. Did you guys in week 1 ever think week 13 would be the way it was?
No!
I don't know whether you thought it would be better or worse or different, but at the end of the day, look at how far you all have come from week 1 to week 13. And for majority of us, we're all freshmen here. I think STATSmas has been a wonderful beginning to the start of our university life, especially here in SMU. Right?
Yes!
There we go. And what is reminiscing?
Let's look at the next thing.
Oh, that's me.
You're such a yapper. I'll give him his space.
This is them obliging me. But at this point, let's look at a connection, a personal connection. Something very real, something not so good, but nonetheless something that needs to be looked at. Well, if you look at the handsome lad at the top of the screen, well, in the middle of the screen rather, That's me from 4 years ago. What happened to me? A lot. But look at my legs. This story happened in 2021. I was a waiter in Seoul Garden at Harbourfront Centre, and it was a normal day like any other. I was at work, doing my thing, earning my $7 an hour, and just trying to get by. And as I was waiting tables, I realized that there was this eerie silence around me. Not because people don't like me, maybe, but in that moment I looked around and I learned something very, very important. People can teleport. Because my colleagues teleported away from me, I don't know where they went. I was alone and I was just standing there. I looked at the front of the class. Oh, sorry, not the class. I looked at the front of the house and I saw a lovely couple standing there waiting to be seated. And in my best Korean accent, I went, "Hi, welcome to Seoul Garden." And then they didn't respond. And I thought they hated me for my, "Hi, welcome to Seoul Garden." But it turns out that both of them were deaf. So I went up to them, I greeted them, I ushered them in, and they sat down. And then at that moment I learned something else. I can't sign to save my life. So I stood there, thought for a second, pulled out my phone, and I started typing. I typed, and for the rest of that meal, we communicated through text. I asked them about their orders, their special requirements and such, and they ate and they enjoyed it. And for the entirety of their meal, my colleagues were still teleported somewhere else. And as the meal went on, I got more and more irritated, not at them, but at my colleagues, because who sees someone who's different and then just runs away? It's not the right thing to do, and it's not a respectful thing to do at all. And it dawned on me that this happens more than we realize. If this was just one instance that happened to me, think about all the other instances that's happened to so many other people. And as they left, I don't have a photo of the note, but as they left and I went to clear the table, there was a note on the table, and the note said, "Thank you for trying." And that meant that I didn't need to know sign language, I didn't need to be an expert in anything. All I needed to do was try. And I think that's what everyone here can start with. Just try to make the difference and try to be better. Don't cry.
Wow, thanks for sharing. Sharing.
I tend to share too much.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, comes to the end of our segment, and I couldn't have done it without you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's time maybe you guys look to your left and right and notice the people that actually helped you get through this entire insane semester. And say thank you. Give a little pat on the back, pull their suspenders, questionable choice of clothing. And with that, I want to say thank you for listening.
But before we head off and leave you with the rest of this amazing afternoon, we'd like to thank one very important person who has been there for every single one of us.
My favorite snack.
Yes, her favorite snack. Miss
Miss
Rosie.
Ching!
Give it up for Miss Rosie Ching! Thank you, everyone.
And yesterday, during our project submission, my classmate actually brought his real-life dog to Miss Ching. It's a golden retriever. How cute, right? Maybe I'll get one as my guide dog, but I can't afford one. And then, for later submissions, Miss Ching had to sit down like a typical Dowager because she's like, you know, Asian and all. And see all these photos in our Google Drive?
Yeah, nice.
Jim, are you okay? You haven't said two words together, apart from, don't tell me you got that, from Miss Ching as well. Jim!
Sorry.
Are you really okay? You seem so far away.
Charlotte, I think it's time to do something.
What is it?
Well, actually, I'm not
but I haven't told you because I can operate fine with my hearing aids, but I swear I'm well, I swear.
Wait, you're hearing impaired?
Well, actually, we say deaf. But yes, I can fool almost anybody with these. Well, I know sign language since I was young, but I had to pretend to be normal, all my life. Even in Miss Ching's class, 3 years ago, I sat all the way at the back of the classroom. And I only told her at the end of the semester because I felt like an imposter and that she deserved to know. But look, I can't go on lying and pretending anymore, right? I just lost this internship today because they asked and I can't lie.
So, Jim, thank you for coming in today. Your grades for SNU are excellent. Top marks in statistics, I see. You're part of the Waterloo and SADeaf projects.
Yes, sir. I worked under Prof. Rosie Ching for both and became a SA. Over the years, we organized thousands of toilet visits and we organized the National Be a Samaritan training at SMU by SOS and so much more.
That's impressive. You must be very detail-oriented.
Yes, I am. Numbers always tell people's true stories.
Nicely put. Now, before we move on, we noticed your transcription app earlier. Is that for personal note-taking?
Oh. Actually, I'm hard of hearing. I use it to catch anything I might miss. My hearing aids help a lot, though.
Ah, I see. And how long have you had this condition for?
Since I was 9, but look, that has never stopped me, alright? I do presentations, I do data work, I do field work, I've learned to adapt.
Truly commendable, but in this role, we have a lot of client meetings, continuous calls, and on-site briefings. It can get quite hectic.
I mean, that's totally fine by me as I'm competent with captions and follow-ups in writing.
Yes, of course. It's just our environment can be a bit unpredictable. We wouldn't want to put you in a difficult position.
Are you saying you won't hire me because I'm deaf?
No, that's not what we're saying. It's just that we're looking for someone who can, let's put it this way, fully engaged in fast-paced discussions without constraint.
Constraint. You think I'm the constraint?
Jim, please understand. These decisions are about fit.
Well, sir, I fit everywhere. Like the blind, you just don't see it.
Jim, would it make you feel better if I told you my father taught me sign language even before I learned to speak? He said it would empower me even more. I mean, I'm blind and I feel cooked 95% of the time. But you are so different. You never let anything stop you. I've got so much to learn from you. Let those stupid people go. It's their bloody loss. Pardon my French.
Look, it's just... Look, I never expected my disability to get in the way of my future employment. If this happens when I'm a student, what about my future work life? My wife? My future family?
Well, that's still a long way off, right?
No, Charlotte. No, sir. I've come to
Hello everybody, I'm Idris.
I'm Laura.
I'm Zane.
And I'm Emcee.
And together we are STATSmas.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, SADeaf, SAVH, and Ms. Ching. Thank you so much for taking the time to come here and listen to our loads and loads of data. Now, what have we learned for the past 12 weeks of stats?
Wait, before that, let us find out whether we're on the naughty or nice list.
What naughty or nice list? You mean this one, is it? Are you guys ready to see what is this list? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wow. Now hypothesis, t-test, z-test. So the first rubric is that we're going to base on whether you're naughty or you're nice. It's the Disability Attitudes Index. Now what does this mean? It basically means that how you work with PWDs, how you view them, it's basically your attitudes with people with disabilities. What about the next one? Well, we also have the Disability Engagement Index. Now this is how you work with people with disabilities, how you engage them in your day-to-day lives. So, just remember all these, because we will test you guys. Psych! We will just remind you along the way.
Now let's look at the race between the races.
God, race, man? I thought Singapore quite equal, regardless of race, language, or religion.
Okay, let's find out who's the winner, okay? Can you see from all these bar charts? Can you see who's the winner?
It's a bit hard to see, Laura. Why the chart so gone?
Okay, let me break it down for y'all. So the winner is yours truly, Eurasians! Oh, y'all Chinese, Malay, Indian, all cannot make it last time. Oh, that's great!
Ding, ding, ding! Now, we're moving on to which gender is the most compassionate gender. For round one, we're going to be going against the Engagement Index. And on our left, we have Laura and Lopez representing the females. Put your hands up for Laura. On our right, we have Muhammad Idris bin Muhammad
Asri.
Muhammad Asri. Put your hands up for him. Oh, it seems like Idris is getting the upper hand. Oh, what's Laura doing? What's Laura doing? Whoa! Whoa, what a whirlwind. Seems like the winner is Laura!
We talk about engagement, right? What about attitudes, Then I think we need to fight one more time between men and women. Are you ready? Who do you think will win? Guys or girls? First up, we have
Macy, cool and say.
We also have, what's your
brother? We together for so long already.
What's your full name?
Zainu.
Who thinks Zain is gonna win? Who thinks Macy is gonna win? Oh, he's getting heated, Come on, Macy! There you go. Once again, the females have won in terms of attitudes towards PWD. Yeah, the males we need to do better.
Okay, so next up, let's find out whether the older you are, the more compassionate you are. So do you think that's true?
No.
Yes, no? Okay, never mind. Let's introduce the categories first. So firstly, we have our Gen Z. So Gen Z, give me a round of applause. Okay, the next few are Millennial, Gen X, and your baby boomers.
Hey, I think something going on right here. I think Miss Ching looks more like a baby boomer. I think we need to looks more correct, right?
Wait. Do you all know how old Miss Ching is or not? Exactly, so, like, from the looks of it, I think she's more of a boomer than baby boomers. Miss Ching, sorry in advance.
Madam Mayor, may I ask you a question? When is your birthday?
Okay, not year, right? December.
December?
That's so soon. I think we should sing her a birthday song. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my mayor. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, now back to the question. So, who has the highest aptitude score?
Before that,
I think we googled something about Madam Mayor's age. She's 65 years old, so means in 2 years she'll be 70.
Okay, back to the question. So, who has the highest aptitude score? So, it's none other than our Gen X, followed by our millennials, and lastly, our Gen Zs. Hey guys, we can do better, right?
Eh? Wait, do y'all see something? Do y'all see what this monkey look like? You. Hey! No. It look like a... Yeah, but y'all say it look like me, right? I think it look a bit more like... Look the way up. I think our dear friend Idris right here has something to ask us. A little bit controversial, a little bit real. Does smarter equals kinder? What do you guys think? No! Ooh, sounds like majority no. Let's see from our results! So for the first measure, we have the attitudes, and we see that the more educated you are, the more positive attitudes you have towards persons with disabilities, which is a good thing, guys. Congratulations. And our second measure, we see that the engagement. So once again, the more educated you are, the more engaged you are to employ persons with disabilities. But something quite sad that we found out is, across all the different surveys that we did, engagement is always lower than attitudes, meaning that although we have positive attitudes towards persons with disabilities, but when it really matters, like hiring them, we are generally less positive towards them. So that is something that you can think about.
Okay, now let's play another round of fact or cap. Pull up the question, please. So, is 50% of general public unaware of training support and workplace grants for PWDs?
Yes, no? Hey, but...
Hey, Laura, what's that no give thing? You never edit the slide,
No lah, actually we were doing our slides, then we found out this like random symbol, so then we went to find out the actual definition of it. So no glyph actually means a font that is not recognized or supported. So for more accurate definition, let's look at the dictionary definition, which is essentially not recognized and absent.
So speaking of no glyph, does that mean just like our support from PWDs is pretty absent? I think it's something to think about it.
So let's bring back the question. Is 50% of general public unaware of training supports and workplace grants?
Is it more or less? This one
fact or cap though? Only got 2 options. Is it fact? Yes. Or is it cap?
No. Actually, guys, sorry, it's more than 50%, not 50%.
But let's take a look at the workplace grants. So from our surveys, it showed that PWDs and general publics alone are not aware of the workplace grants given by governments themselves. And in order to test whether it's just pure luck or people just randomly clicked it, we did a 2-tailed z-test in order to make sure to find out whether it's fair. And we found that our p-value was 0.00000. So when the p is low, the noun will? Correct. So it's not based on luck, which means something must be done to further raise awareness.
Yes.
for the different governments and PWDs.
Awareness, government.
Something needs to be done.
I'm not looking a bit too comfortable.
Okay, for next category on training support. So as you can see from the two pie chart here, so majority said no. So to test its accuracy, what we did is that we did another two-tailed Z test. So as you can see, there were the P slope, the now will go. So this practically means that a lot of people are unaware of training support. Hey guys, I talked so much about p-value. Do you remember what it is? You remember?
I don't think they do at Emcee. You see, so silent. Let's just refresh their memory a bit.
Okay, we test them with a song.
This was one of her famous songs. Okay,
you ready?
Does everybody know the song? Yeah! Make sure we test. It is key to know what the value is.
Don't sound very clear. Not very convincing. I can do better, right?
Hey, your 13 weeks reading machine fast. Never listen all the songs go in, go out, masuk, keluar. Semua tak ingat apa. Sakit hati tu.
Ask experts, we show you how it's done, okay?
Make sure you all sing with us, okay? Are you ready? Yes! 3, 2, 1. It is key to know what the value is. Okay, better. How do you think this should? Okay.
Now, in our survey, we saw something quite sad again, which is that we see that the general population and the person with disabilities have a disconnected thought on whether persons with disabilities are able to financially support themselves. Meaning, general population thinks that they can, but persons with disabilities show us the reality by saying they may not be able to as well as we thought. Yeah. Take that in mind. Also, guys, this is not a laughing matter. We did another test, and from our survey, we see that it is Xiang. It's like, Makeny, what are you doing? Why so many tables? Use graph. So we see that actually the deaf is able to financially support themselves better than the blind. So why is this the case? Why is there a disparity in these kind of things? Let us think in this.
Okay, on a more light-hearted note, let's make things a little more fun, a little spicier. Let's do a little expose to a Mr. and Mrs. Universe!
Everybody scream!
So ladies and gentlemen, according to the PWDs, in last place, their need is... Next up, in third place, their need is...
Social support!
And now, in second place, their need is...
Employer support!
Now, last but certainly not least, in first place, their need is...
Financial support!
So you see that across the PWDs and general public, we both have similar consensus on what is the four most important welfare that are more needed for a person with disabilities. Meaning, hey, at least we're on the same wavelength on this. But now, moving on to Idris to spill the tea.
You guys come closer. Let me tell you in a secret, okay? What the F test, not the vulgarity, what the FU in the table, Fisher upper. Basically, the F test refers to the test of differences and variances between independent populations. Confidence interval, pool variance t-test for difference between two means. But why should y'all trust me? I can just say anything, right?
Do you guys know that Idris is a tea expert? He got 100% for the tea tasting experiment.
I think we got Lady Bristol. Hey, no. Lady Idris in the house.
I'm not Lady. I'm Idris. So let me spill the tea with you. Tea with Glyph. TWG. Well, we found out from our responses that people who work with people with disabilities are more willing to employ those with PWDs. But the sad thing is, people with PWDs themselves aren't willing to employ PWDs as well. Something to think about. And sometimes I truly wonder why. Could you tell me why? Truly such a heartache.
Well, when we were doing this presentation, Ms. Ching actually asked all four of us whether we have any encounters with persons with disabilities, and when she asked me that question, I thought long and deep. And I thought of something that happened to me quite recently actually. So every few nights, so some days I go home at 12 midnight, and I see this old lady on the wheelchair with only a leg, and the leg is looking very poorly, always signaling for people to come and push her or come and assist her. So that night I was feeling a bit generous, and I was like, why not? Because the next day was a Saturday. So I pushed her, and she was just telling me about her life stories. So what she was basically telling me was that although she had a lot of financial support from the government, she even showed me her bank book for her bank balance, which was about like $10,000. Don't worry, you guys don't know who this person is. And she was just saying like, even though she has so much money, there is no need for her at all. What she needed was companionship. At 12 midnight when she's hungry, oh mind you guys, she only comes out of her house like once every 3 days to get food. And this was just at one time that she wanted to get food. And thankfully I was there to bring her to her favorite Indian stall, which opens until 1 a.m. And yeah.
So we really wanted to share this heartfelt story with you on this heartfelt season.
And we truly believe that together as a community, we can better support people with disabilities as well.
So let's end our segment with one of the most sentimental songs from this semester.
Everybody know the song, eh?
Together we are STATSmas, and we just want to wish all of you a Merry Kindness.
Merry Christmas!
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, distinguished guests, Professor Rosie Ching, and all. Whoa, can I have a mic, please? Sorry.
Let's go, Brian!
Warren! Okay. Alright, so again, thank you for everybody who's been here. And just now, all 208 students of Engage B. How are we feeling this afternoon? Right, my name is Brian. I am Ms. Ching's student assistant for this semester. And I was part of her class last semester from the Catch Match Dispatch project. Thank you. As a senior, I must say that I still completely don't understand all the 6-7 jokes today. It makes me feel very old and like disconnected from my generation. But Ms. Ching is here, so. Okay, but on a more serious note,
I'm really heartened to have been able to be on this journey with you. All the way from the kickoff to the midterm, and now your very own finale. Can we all agree that it's been such a great afternoon today? Yeah? Please, let's thank all of the people who have made this possible today. Alright, and now I have a little something which I would like to present to all of you. If there's one thing that you can take away from today, it would be this website here, screeningstatistics.com, right? It is a library of all the survey data that has been collected by past and present students of Ms. Ching, right? So, all the charts that you see here are powered by Tableau. It is a powerful analytics tool which can be used to make sense of the numbers in a visually appealing yet insightful manner. Unlike your Microsoft Excel, Tableau is so powerful because it is interactive and it is flexible as well. So you can mouse over some of the graphs to get more data, more details about it, and you can click on data to instantly filter through all of the charts. Okay, this is a gift from Ms. Ching, myself, and all the students here in this auditorium. For our government, SAVH, SADeaf, it is my hope that this website gives you the ability to filter through and analyze the data in your way, right? To get insights, specific insights you need to drive the social change necessary for persons with disabilities. For our students here, it is my hope that this is proof that your efforts mattered, that you were a part of Engage Me. And lastly, for our dearest Ms. Ching, I hope that this is a reminder of why you put in so much effort into your projects. It's a reminder of the seniors who may or may not have graduated, but are still rooting for you. And with that, I would like to now show you a video of your statistical journeys thus far. Thank you, everyone.
Disabilities are not always obvious. What's more hidden though are the struggles that come along with them into daily life. Just because I may not see the world clearly doesn't mean I can't make an impact on it. Hi, I'm sorry I'm not going to see you early.
Oh, it's okay, because
Simple journey process begins a journey of learning, empathy, and growth.
Hey, uncle, I don't mind helping you out. Sure. Okay.
journey in STATX. So let's give all of ourselves yet another round of applause. Wow. And of course, let's give another round of applause to Brian. Thank you so much for giving us so much support and guidance throughout our journey on Engage. Next, let's kindly welcome Professor Makeny up on stage to give significant words. Let's welcome him on stage, please.
Wow, what an energy here. It's so nice to see everybody here. Thank you so much for the invitation. Madam Mayor, it's a hard act to follow all these wonderful presentations, right? And I'm looking forward to hearing from our partners as well and hearing from them. But I thought primarily when Prof. Rosie asked me to speak, and thank you for the kind invitation, I wanted to address all of you in the room, students. So I represent SMU, I'm a faculty here, and I'm really struck by all that, what I've seen down at the T-Junction earlier today. So some of you, I find you, we had a conversation about your butter toast experiment, right, the drop-in thing. So who can tell me what was the reason why you think people misunderstand the 50-50 statistics? What's the reason? Why? Why? Why do people think that it's more falling on the jam side?
Selection bias.
Pardon?
Selection bias.
Selection bias, that's right. So the idea there that statistics is valuable when you combine it, when you put it into action, and when you connect it to how people think. All right. So what I'm really struck by here today is how well you're able to put those one and one together. And it's not just the numbers that are here on there, but you think ahead. Because I know many of you are first years, right? How many first years? Okay, good. So you'll come and see us, later on, engage in other classes. So this is your foundation. You're in really good hands. So I'm very thankful for Rosie to provide that foundation, solid foundation for you. My PhD advisor, if I allow me, when I did a PhD in psychology, so he looked at me on our first meeting and he said, so, what's your background? I was like, well, I just want to study psychology. He's like, I wouldn't let you here if it was up to me. I would want you to do a PhD in statistics and in philosophy first, before you come to me to study psychology. So that was his baseline. So, what I read in the report, I really love it. I'm not Singaporean, but I call Singapore my home now for many years. And I'm struck by the empathy that Singaporeans exhibit. There's a lot of empathy here and connection to causes that we've seen, right? But I've also read in that report, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's just the start of the journey. That's just the start of the story. I teach design, I'm a designer by training, and what we start is empathy. Design thinking starts with empathy. Okay, that's my first class when I teach design thinking. So empathy is the first part, and you guys quantified it for me. I'm going to steal that number, and I'm going to use it because that number, that 11%, is just the start. So for your target audience to actually get into the job market, to get jobs, to be and potentiate themselves, empathy is just the first step. Awareness, right, that you very well advocated for your government is what it is the starting point, but you have to push it beyond that. So I just want to turn to you and say that you all have part in that. One of my passports is American, so I really feel that most of the action is in the hands of the people. All of you have a part of that. So if you care about those numbers beyond just the numbers that you collected, I really hope that you take this class and the spirit of the class and what you learned here and put it into action. Okay, continue volunteering, continue doing actions, continue advocating in front of all your leaders and yourself when you become a leader as well as you come out from this university. So I'm really, really proud of the experiential program that you all have, and visiting the institutions, the partners, and taking part. It is not evident. I admit I used to teach stats, and my classes were not like this. So you're in a very, very special place. Treasure that. But that gives you responsibilities. I do agree that this is not just something that you get, it's also a responsibility that you have that I hope you will all stand up for. And I think, I know, and I say it with all the leadership team at SMU, that we are all proud of you. We are all proud of what you've done and proud of what you did in a collaboration and collab with Prof. Rosie. And I just finally wanted to finish by saying that your data sets, the numbers you collected, the statistics that you presented, all of that are not just numbers in a paper. They are tools for change. And I want you to use those tools to the best of your abilities. Then congratulations once more to all of you, to Ms. Ching and everyone in the room, and good job. I can't wait to see you guys in the following terms.
We also kindly invite Madam Mayor, Mr. Loh, and Mr. Lee up the stage to receive a token of appreciation from Ms. Ching. So Ms. Ching has specially prepared for you guys this wonderful, very cute plush toy. It's so colorful. So I hope that you guys will hug it to sleep, bring it on your way to work. And it's really colorful. It represents the importance of inclusion and diversity in Singapore and everywhere around the world, you know. We also dressed up in colorful colors today. We have green, yellow, blue, red, pink. So I hope that you'll remember the Engage Me project and the importance of spreading love and care to people around us. So on the count of 3, should we all say, engage me? 3, 2, 1. Engage me! Oh, look at that, even the plush toy has got tongue sticking out. So should we all do that also? Should we all stick our tongue out for the picture? 3, 2, 1. Wow. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today. We really appreciate it. But wait guys, the story does not end here. Do you guys want to know what happens next? Yes! Come on guys, you can do better than that. Do you guys want to know what happens next? Yes! Alright, take it away guys.
Statistics Act exam in order. You have 10 minutes to go. There are 2 minutes more. Stop writing. Please write your name at the top of every single page. Prepare your paper to be handed out to the invigilator immediately. Statics exam over.
Wow, what a cool paper! All about the employability of the blind and deaf. Just like our engagement project.
Right? I don't know why more people don't know about workplace jobs.
I know, right?
And they still believe in myths like job liabilities.
I often feel like I'm at the dead end. But I just have to keep going. To make opportunities for myself. Even Jim has to. Now that he's open about his deafness.
Oh, don't worry, Charlotte. We're here for you. No matter the insecurity, the challenge, the weakness, you know you'll get through it.
Darling! How was that?
It was a beautiful paper.
Well, just like you. You don't know you're beautiful.
Finalé night would not have been made possible without so many people. We have so many people to thank. Can we give it up for the choreographers, the timekeepers, actors, Emcee, of course, most importantly, the chief civic engager, Miss Rosie Ching. Engage Me project has really shown us the importance of spreading love, care, and showing empathy to those around us. So next time you're interacting with someone with a disability, don't forget to engage me!
For the very last time, everyone, for the very last time. I did not do this with you in class the very last week for this reason. Shall we?